Ricochet, Aleister Black, Matt Riddle, Velveteen Dream, and Adam Cole, baby. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal, Spaz Phoenix, the YWC Reality Check, here with your March, what the hell day is today? March 20th NXT review. Going to forego the house cleaning as we usually do. I'm going to tell you guys go check out the Q&A. We got Q&A coming up towards WrestleMania. You guys know the drill. Put your questions down in the box below, etc. Hope to be getting with Kristen sometime soon to do a Captain Marvel review. Like I say, got some feelings on that as well. But what I want to do with you guys instead, as we've talked about, I believe, last week, the NXT reviews are basically the fence post of this channel. I don't really review anything else on a consistent basis. Tried with UK, gonna try again after WrestleMania season is over. Don't review Raw, don't review SmackDown, don't review 205 Live because, well, what am I gonna say really that hasn't been said by everybody else? But what it means is I haven't talked really at all about WrestleMania. I mean, at least not without going into the realm of fantasy booking, etc. But we're starting to get a really good card here, aren't we? So, what I want to know, and I'm sorry, it's tired, full day, watching NXT a little bit late. Don't know when this premiere is going to go up. It's probably going to go up at like 11 instead of 10:30, which is what I've been trying to do the past little while. But it basically looks like we've got about half a card. I mean, rumors are that it's going to be an 8-hour show. Make of that what you will. But we've got Charlotte, Ronda, Becky. Is it what we wanted, or is it what I wanted, I should say? I won't speak for everybody. No. Charlotte's the third wheel. It's going to be a great match, but it is, as I've said before, it's steak at Thanksgiving. Perfectly fine. Not what I want right now. Lesnar Rollins speaks for itself. Miz versus Shane. Miz's babyface promo this week on SmackDown was fantastic, and I said it on Twitter at the time. I said, people have laughed at me in the past. I've been a fan of The Miz since he was the SmackDown host, since he had the baggy shorts, since he had the fedora, you know, since he got his WrestleMania moment absolutely robbed from him by John Cena and The Rock, since he first started doing Miz TV, since he went and did the whole Hollywood shtick. You know, I've always liked The Miz, but even me, as a mark for The Miz, is going to say, where the hell did that promo come from on SmackDown? It's going to be really good. Shane being a bad guy, no problem with that whatsoever. Triple H Batista is hilarious. Give Me What I Want is a it's a meme forever. It's going to be the new Blue Tista. We got the Andre Battle Royal, which again, it is what it is. It's a Battle Royal. It'll be on the pre-show. Somebody will win, and it won't really matter. Angle Corbin, which everybody's pissed off about right now, but we know it's not actually going to be Corbin by the time we get to WrestleMania, don't we? I would love to see Corbin walk down that ramp, get his ass handed to him by John Cena. On the way down the ramp, then we get Angle Cena. It's all good. In the more extracurricular realm, we've got Bliss hosting the whole damn thing, which I find really, really funny. And I'm going to say this, I believe I said it last week, I'm going to say it again here. The people that don't want Alexa Bliss to be in a match because they don't think she's a good wrestler, even though they're wrong, this will be good. This will keep her out of the ring, out of what you want to do. She'll probably have like a 5-minute thing at the beginning of the show and then move on, unless my prediction is true and she's going to have a scrap with Nikki Cross, which would be great. The Saturday Night Live guys doesn't really... It's not really my cup of tea, even though one of them has the same last name as me, but other than that, you know, that's one of those breaking kayfabe things. Oh, Ronda Rousey breaking kayfabe and basically flipping kayfabe the middle finger is a lot of fun. We got Joe versus Ray for the United States Championship, which I think will be really, really good. I'm more impressed by Rey Mysterio now than I was in his actual initial WWE run, and those of you that were following me back in the day would be really surprised by that. But the funny thing, again, is we all thought we knew where John Cena was going to slot in. Either he was going to be facing Joe, because they left a couple of breadcrumbs for that, or he was going to be facing Angle. You know, for historical purposes, you know, the ruthless aggression. Never doing that again. Never doing that again. Sorry about that. But Angle, in kayfabe at least, is taking on Corbin right now, and Joe's now defending against Ray because you beat the champion, then you get a shot at the title, whatever. Haven't watched 205 Live in a dog's age, but apparently the winner of the tournament this year was Tony Nese. I could think about 102 people that I would want to see go for that title more than Tony Nese. But whatever, Styles Orton is my dark horse for match of the night. And the Kofi versus Bryan thing has Twitter all twisted up because they're thinking that this kayfabe story is proof that, that Vince McMahon is racist, which is hilarious. Also, you know, abridged history is going around all over the place, like we're going to ignore people like The Rock and Mark Henry and Kofi Kingston, etc. Yeah, I said it, at me, because I'm right and you're not. Moving on. So that's the card as we know it right now. Obviously, there's a big mess with the women's tag titles, and the men's tag titles don't even really seem to matter, do they? The Intercontinental Championship nobody will care about because it's back on Bobby Lashley. I would rather see it on Lio Rush than on Bobby Lashley. Anyways, that's an entire diatribe about WrestleMania. That's what we have so far officially on the card. So I'm really curious from you guys. What do you guys think about the card so far? What do you like? What do you hate? When I got the premiere, go put it in the chat over there. If you're watching this later on, put it in the chat down there. It's all good. Looks like I'm pointing at my crotch. Definitely not pointing at my crotch. Moving on. So this is a one-match show tonight because this is where they finally decided to address, I guess this was the changeover in new tapings and whatever. They decided to actually address the injury to Tommaso Ciampa. They had Triple H come out with the NXT title. It's funny because Ciampa's relinquished the title, but it's still got the Ciampa nameplates on the side. I do like the look of the NXT title. I don't like the really square look of the nameplates that they put on the belt, though. That's just me. Triple H comes out. He's absolutely adored by the crowd. You know, the creator, the founder of NXT, Rah. Talks about how special it is. Talks about how special Full Sail is, the Full Sail crowd, etc. NXT is where dreams are possible, but that dream can come to an end as soon as it can begin. I want to be here right now. I want to stand in front of all of you right now announcing that we're going to get Gargano and Ciampa at TakeOver New York, this culmination of this 2+ year story. But Ciampa's dream is kind of on hold right now. Reality took over, and when one dream ends, another one begins. Gargano is going to take over. He is going to fight for the NXT Championship, but who's he going to face? We're going to figure that out tonight. Fatal 5-way match between Ricochet, Cole, Black, Dream, and Riddle. And the winner is going to go face Gargano at TakeOver New York in a 2 out of 3 falls match because we definitely need a definitive winner. Pretty good. Pretty cool. It's interesting because on the main roster, we have, you know, the GMs, the Kurt Angles, the Baron Corbins, the Daniel Bryans, the Shane McMahons, the Stephanie McMahons, etc. And then when shit really hits the fan, we get Vince. NXT, you know, typically we'll hear about matches, announcements, etc. just talked about on commentary. If it's kind of a big deal, it'll be announced by William Regal. But when the shit really hits the fan, it's Triple H. So Triple H, in every sense possible, is the Vince. And we already knew that, but he's playing that role on TV. When Triple H is in NXT to make an announcement, you know this is the pinnacle. I don't even know what to call it. The pinnacle of NXT-ness. So that's it. He goes, he leaves the championship belt on the commentary desk while the commentators react. And the reaction is what it is. You know, none of us really like Ciampa. He's such a bad guy. Rah, but you can't abolish his accomplishments, etc. We go to the back. One of the interviewers, I don't remember which one. I'm sorry. I'm just that kind of dick today. Talked to the Forgotten Sons and Kona Reeve about the main event tonight. Kona Reeve just sort of brushes it off, which is bad because, you know, he doesn't give a shit about a match that's going to establish the next champion. Shouldn't he be pissed off that he's not in the match? Forgotten Sons take the opportunity to talk about the fact that their main event next week, the finals of the Dusty Classic against Ricochet and Aleister Black, is going to be a better main event, which surely isn't true because the Forgotten Sons really haven't picked up any steam. We get video comments throughout the night from all 5 competitors. I hate saying this because they do it really well. WWE does a video package really well, and then we turn around and say, well, it's WWE. Of course they do video packages really well. And then we get a really long video segment about Ciampa, about his surgery, talking to all the doctors, and then footage from the actual surgery. It's cool because you want this particular crowd, this particular sect of wrestling fans is really, really into everything. They'll read the spoilers, they'll read the dirt sheets, they really want to know what's going on with these superstars that they like. They take the extra time. You spend the money for the WWE Network. A lot of people, if you poll people that have the WWE Network, I'm pretty sure a good chunk of them will say that they have the I was going to say the NXT network, the WWE network for NXT. I mean, yes, you get the pay-per-views, you don't have to pay $60 a pay-per-view, that's great, but I'm sure a lot of them will tell you that they've got the WWE network for NXT. They're involved, and they want to see this thing, and they want to see exactly what's going on with him, and how he's doing, and they want to hear doctors saying he's going to do well. Here's this step, this step, this step. They lingered on this a lot, and I know they had to fill out the show. I get it, because there's only one match on this whole show. We're going to talk about it in a second. But this video package was long, and it was almost to the point of being a bit morbid. I could only take so many shots in the surgery room, or in the operating room, I should say, of Tommaso Ciampa's opened up neck and seeing all the screws and bolts and whatever that they're putting into his neck. I could have done without that. I'm not sitting here trying to be a wuss, guys. If you guys saw my movie collection, I love gore. There's not very much that's going to faze me, but like, there's a difference. But it's real life. I'm not going to get up on a big moral high horse, and I'm not shitting on NXT. As I say, they handle these things with a lot of respect. It just went on a little too long, and it got to the point where it's almost uncomfortable, if that makes sense. Again, chat's there or chat's down there if you're watching this video at a later date. If you disagree with me, put it down in the box below. If you agree with me, I'd love to hear why, if your reasoning is the same as mine. We have an interview in the back with Kairi Sane and Io Shirai talking about their Fatal 4-Way at TakeOver, talking about how excited they are about the match tonight. Bianca Belair shows up and talks some bullshit, because that's what she does. And then we go, I don't want to say the main event, but the event of the evening. Now, full disclosure, you guys know me, do me clipboard of doom, try to get as many notes as I possibly can. This is as much as I got written down, and that's me pausing the match a lot. This is why this video is going up a little bit later. I am going to talk about this match, and I'm going to say in advance, I am not going to do this match justice whatsoever. Unfortunately, I knew the spoiler, which is kind of shitty, but it doesn't take away from the match at all, and I couldn't write fast enough to tell you guys all about this match. I'm doing the best that I can, and I hope that's good enough. I'm going to walk away from this video and think, oh, I missed this spot, or I missed that move, or I missed this particular mannerism that this guy did, and I'm going to kick myself. So I want you guys to know that in advance. Also, really cool to see Aleister Black was the last one into the ring. He did his typical, like, cross-legged, you know, sitting Indian style in the center of the... Yes, I know that that's not a nice term, but whatever. That's what he was doing. But to see him with the lights down low doing that particular pose in the center of the ring while all four of his opponents were standing in the four corners of the ring was a really, really cool thing. And then, as the lights come up, the crowd that would usually chant, both these guys, both these guys, both these guys, were chanting all these guys before the match even started. Let's get to it, because this is going to be a bit of a shit show. Ricochet and Cole trade some shots. Cole gets tossed out. Dream tosses out Riddle. Dream and Black trade some shots. Black super kicks Cole. Head scissor to Dream by Ricochet. Suplex on Ricochet by Riddle. Kitchen sink by Black. Moonsault by Ricochet on Cole. Cole tosses out Ricochet into Black. Knocks Black out of the ring. Suplex from Cole to Ricochet and a backdrop driver, which is really nice. Drop kick by Ricochet, who gets tossed out by Dream. Axe handle to Black by Dream, then one for Cole on the outside of the ring. Snap German suplex to Dream by Riddle. Riddle and his suplexes, fucking amazing. I'm really surprised that he's keeping up the no shoes thing, because 5 guys moving around in one ring definitely could have fucked up his feet at some point. But props to him, and plus he does that little flip thing as part of his entrance. Series of strikes to Dream by Black. Moonsault. Series of strikes to Dream by Black, followed by a moonsault press. Cole tosses Black into the steps on the outside. Cole and Riddle trade some strikes. There's an ankle lock and a bro mission by Riddle. Cole, Riddle, and Dream trade some strikes on the ground. They're all grounded. They sort of get to their knees. All 3 of them are trading shots. They get back up to their feet. All 3 of them are trading shots. Enziguri by Ricochet to Dream. Tower of Doom on Ricochet. It wasn't the typical, like, one guy goes up, 2 guys go up to suplex them, and 2 other guys come down to powerbomb them. They had... obviously Ricochet in the middle, then 2 guys, and then 2 guys backdropping those 2 guys. It was a really, really nice spot. If I can find a decent picture of it, it's probably going to be the thumbnail of this video, but it's a really, really good thing, and Ricochet took it like a boss. Dream and Black trade some shots, and there's a Neediora by Black, and when he does it, I'm sorry, and I'm not doing a guy-girl thing. There's two people I can think of in the WWE right now that use the needy aura way too much. One is Aleister Black, and one is Sasha Banks, and I'm sorry, it's just not the same. Cradle suplex by Riddle on Black, neck breaker on Riddle by Cole. Axe kick to Cole by Ricochet, followed by a super kick by Cole. Reverse Ronda by Ricochet on Cole, spiked him on his fucking dome, which was really nice. Suicide. I can speak, I swear. Suicide cartwheel plancha by Ricochet to the outside on everybody. High knee strike to Dream by Riddle. Paul locks him in the bro mission. Black Mass to Riddle. Dream Valley Driver to Black. Ricochet with a top rope Ronda to the outside on Dream, on to two other people outside the ring, and I couldn't even tell you at this particular moment who those two people were. Shooting Star Press on Riddle by Ricochet, but in comes Cole with the last shot to Ricochet for the fucking win. Your main event for NXT TakeOver New York, even though it's still in Brooklyn, is Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole. 2 out of 3 falls for the vacant NXT Championship. Are you excited about WrestleMania weekend yet? I've been Spaz, your YWC reality check. Subscribe up there, talk down there, start a conversation. Keep all these conversations going. Don't be a stranger. I will talk to each and every last one of you later, but for right now, I am tagging out. Bye, guys.